making friends with your rivals. Easier said than done in today's episode of Table Crumbs. In the gospel, Jesus is reminding us that, while yes, it is grave evil to commit murder, it is also evil for us to bear, murderous intent in our hearts and to do the things on the inside that lead, to murder. Wrath, anger, envy, jealousy, all these things, while, not killing someone directly, it can lead us to do evil against them, not only in our hearts, but in our speech. We'll be more than likely to speak ill of them to others, to complain about them, and while we might say things about them that are true, we'll usually spread that information around through gossip because of our dislike for them. But Jesus reminds us that not only as Christians are we called to not harbor those evil thoughts against others, but in fact, he has the expectation that we will go out of our way to not only make peace with our rivals and our enemies, but also to become their friends, to make friends with them. Because he says, if you go to the altar and realize that you have an unsettled matter between you and your brother, first go to them, leave your gift at the altar, go to them and make peace with them, and then come back and offer your sacrifice. In fact, those words are etched in a stone before our altar. If you are aware of, a lack of forgiveness or something, a disagreement between you and your brother, leave your sacrifice at the altar. Go first and reconcile with them, and then come back. And to go out of our way to make peace. But then also he says, if you and, a rival are on your way to court, make every effort to settle the matter before you arrive at court. And when we think of settle, we might think of like a civil settlement, a legal settlement, where we'll pay somebody off, to make them happy. But the translation goes so far as to mention that we should do our best to make friends with them, to befriend them, and to not win them over, but, to go out of our way to show them that we are not, in fact, their enemy. Not easy to do, especially for those who have wronged us. But I always remind us that Jesus came all the way down from heaven to us, enemies of God, because when we sin, we become enemies of God. We say, my way, not yours. And Jesus came all the way down from heaven to earth to make friends, to make peace with us, and to remind us of the commandment to love. And we so regularly do not go out of our way to make peace with him, and so we're surprised when it's so hard to make peace with others. But that's the thing, if we are a dear friend of Jesus, then it becomes easier to become friends with everyone else in our lives, especially those we might see as enemies. But Jesus reminds us that if we call ourselves Christians, then we, by who we are, say to the world that we will go out of our ways to make peace and to become friends. But so regularly, we make the world go out of its way to become our friend and to win our trust. That's not the example Jesus gave us of unconditional love. So remember that. It is our duty to make friends with others as best we can so that we spread the gospel of joy. God bless you.